When we think of ancient Egypt, most of us picture towering pyramids, pharaohs, and mysterious hieroglyphs. But this civilization held far more than what meets the eye. When we peel back the dusty layers of time, surprising and little-known facts about ancient Egypt come to light. Thousands of years ago, the Egyptians saw death not as an end, but as a beginning. To ensure the soul could live on in the afterlife, preserving the body was essential. Mummification was therefore a very special process. Interestingly, the brain was removed through the nose and discarded because it was believed to be useless. The heart, however, was never taken out. They believed the heart was the center of a person's soul, thoughts, and emotions. It was believed that after death the soul would be judged. The heart was weighed against the feather of the goddess Ma'at. If the heart's weight was equal to or lighter than the feather, the soul would gain eternal life. But if it was heavier, the soul would be destroyed forever, devoured by the terrifying creature Ammit. The mummification process did not only serve religious purposes, but also gave the Egyptians advanced knowledge about human anatomy. They understood that blood circulation started from the heart, knew the placement of organs, and recorded diseases. These insights, which can be considered the foundation of modern medicine, were documented on papyri. The Great Pyramid of Giza was built with over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing several tons. There were no cranes or steel tools. Yet this colossal structure still stands today. Moreover, its 4 sides are almost perfectly aligned with true north, accurate down to a millimeter. Even with today's engineering tools, achieving such precision would be extremely difficult. The Egyptians were masters not only in astronomy but also in mathematics. They used a decimal system and could perform operations with fractions. They calculated the value of pi with remarkable accuracy. The Nile River's flow from south to north also influenced their maps. They considered north to be down and south to be up. The iconic eye makeup was not only for aesthetics. Wearing black coal also served as a type of medicine. It protected the eyes from infections. It was a tradition where beauty and health were intertwined. Cats were not ordinary animals. In ancient Egypt, they were considered sacred animals of the goddess Bastet. When a cat died in a household, family members would shave off their eyebrows. Cats were mummified and buried with ceremonies. Just like humans, they were considered part of the family. The Egyptians understood a lot about not only death, but also peace. The Treaty of Kadesh, signed with the Hittites in 1258 BCE, is considered the first written peace treaty in history. A copy of this treaty is displayed today at the United Nations headquarters. And Cleopatra, although known as an Egyptian, she was actually of Greek origin. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, descended from one of Alexander the Great's generals. This shows us that ancient Egypt was not just a civilization, but also a melting pot of many cultures. Ancient Egypt is not just a civilization carved in stone. It is a belief, wisdom, and a story racing against time. In their eyes, time was not an enemy. And the pyramids, still standing today, seem to whisper, man fears time, but time fears the pyramids.